Hey everyone, welcome back to Clashing with Cletus. Wanted to share a video of how I've been attacking lately with the hero upgrading. I currently have my queen upgrading, so it makes it a little difficult on raiding. So what I've been doing lately here is using the LaLoonion attack. You can see my troop composition is right down here below. 30 balloons, 15 minions, 2 hounds, and then my CC I request loons, which I generally get max balloons in there and a poison spell. And then I'm using 2 max lightnings, 3 rages, and an earthquake. 2 max lightnings will take out one of these air defenses without even needing the earthquake, so that's an added bonus. If it was a max air defense, then you would need the earthquake spell. But since they're not max, I don't need it. As you can see on this base, it's pretty much a brand new Town Hall 10. You can see he's got his new walls there, and looks like new defenses upgrading in the corner here. So that's an added bonus. Being a brand new Town Hall 10, he's got a lower level air defense over here as well. First thing I kind of look at is, a lot of people don't look at it as well, as the air sweepers. There's 2 of them right here, and they're both pointing in this direction, which is an added bonus because I can attack from this side and nothing's going to affect my air attack. The sweepers won't even be any effect at all on it, so that's an added bonus for the air attack as well. So what I'm going to do is essentially take out 1 air defense, and there's 4 of them, and my queen's right here in the core, so I want to take out this air defense because it's closest to the queen, and that way she doesn't have any effect really on my hounds and my entry of my balloons. If the queen was somewhere on the outside or close to the outside, I'd probably sacrifice my king to try to get her and take her out to begin with, but since she's in the core, I'm not going to worry about her because my balloons will splash damage on her and take her out as soon as they start hitting on these 2 defenses right next to the queen. They're going to splash damage and take her out, along with lava pups and minions probably raged on her as well. So what I'm going to do after I take that first air defense out is I'll send my 2 hounds in, spread them apart, and come in at this first air defense. And since the Inferno's right next to it, it's going to be focused on that hound on the air defenses as well, along with these defenses will be all focused on it. And I'll surgically spread my balloons on the back side. What I look for, one of the key things I look for when I'm looking at a base as well, is the expos. These all 3 are on set to ground, so that's an added bonus for air attack. Plus as well, these Inferno towers are only level 1 and they're set to single target, so that's an added bonus. I'm going to come in with my 2 hounds, and then I'll surgically deploy like 2 or 3 balloons to come to this whiz tower, 2 or 3 to this archer, 2 or 3 to come to the cannon air defense, and then 2 or 3 for the Inferno, and 2 or 3 for this whiz tower. And I believe I drop a couple over here to come in for this archer tower as well. So we'll continue along with the first part of it, and you'll see as we move along how it progresses, and I'll point out some more tips. 2 lightnings take out that first air defense, and the key for that is once the hounds come in and go to this first air defense, since that air defense is gone now, the next place they're going to travel to is this air defense. And then once this air defense is taken out, it would go to this air defense. So essentially everything's going to be moving to this direction. So that's why I place balloons this direction, and then as I add them after the hounds continue on and these first line of defenses are down, I'll add more loons along this side, surgically 2 in here, 2 or 3 in for this, and so on. So they're going to follow the hounds around in this direction. And what I'll do with my rages is I'll drop a rage right in this area for the first line of defenses. Once the first hound pops, it helps the lava pups taking off defenses as well. And then my next rage I'm going to use right directly on the core, because there's Teslas that'll pop in here. Plus as well, I want that rage added on to lava pups, and the splash damage of my loons and everything will be all helping take out that queen right there in the core. So let's continue on. You'll see kind of what I'm talking about. 2 hounds come in. The key for that as well is they'll trigger any air bombs that are in this direction, in these outside area. The hounds coming in there are going to trigger any air bombs. If I sent both hounds in right here, they're only going to get that spot. So bringing in another hound here is going to trigger any air bombs over here as well. That's the key for bringing those hounds in that far out and kind of traveling a long distance. So they'll trigger air bombs along their route. They come in, you can see the air mines triggering. First rage down. And the other thing that I wanted to point out here is the CC troops. I dropped them directly behind my first line of balloons. So this first line of defenses will be taken out, and there's nowhere for these balloons in the CC to go except on to the next level of troops or defenses in the core. That's my reason for dropping the CC troops right there. We'll continue on progressing, and I'll point any tips out along the way. The skeleton traps you'll see pop right over in here. I'm not going to worry too much about them either, because the first hound popped and the lava pups will generally take those. They'll try to take those out as well. And sorry about that. And the other thing I wanted to point out is my minions. So I'll bring the minions in the backside. They're going to take out these outside buildings after the loons have passed on and went into the core. The minions along the backside will take out those scrap buildings on the outside of the base. And once again, you'll see that I've brought in all these loons over here. They're going to progress along, and essentially the hound, you can see the hounds coming over this next air defense, and all these loons are going to converge right around in here and essentially move to this last air defense and inferno tower. So that's why I planned on having a rage on the first set, then rage in the core, and then I'll save this last rage to drop on the last air defense and inferno tower. All these loons will converge and come right into this last air defense. Let's continue on. You'll see what I'm talking about. There we go. Second hound pop. Pups take out those skeleton troops. One last thing I wanted to point out is you can see that pretty much all the defenses on the back side of the base are gone. The only ones left are this last line right here. Last line of defenses and the corner down here. So what I do is, since I didn't need my king for the queen sacrifice, I drop my king down here in the corner. He takes out this whole corner of defenses and all that scrap defense buildings and whatnot, and pretty much wipes them out with no issue at all. We'll continue on. You'll see what I'm talking about. There we go. Everything converges on that last air defense. There's probably about 10, maybe 12 balloons left, but it's all over. Nothing left but clean up all the minions and lava pups on the backside. Clean it up. King's wiped out that whole corner. I think the balloon only got maybe 1 or 2 defenses. That's all she wrote. Just Hoping you guys enjoy this video, help you out when you got a hero upgrading, and how to raid with air attacks and what to look for. Stay tuned. I'll bring you guys some more material hopefully here in the future. And once again, this is Uncle Cletus signing off. Peace out.